It feels like drowning in concrete when you're living where the landscape fades. These grey streets stay crowded with lost sheep who disappear in a man-made maze. Cats run wild with a pocket full of dead dreams in the blocks where the rats ain't phased. Life's cheap when it moves so fast, so they try and find peace in the rocks they blaze. It's a place where the faceless roam, anonymous ghosts in a brickwork jungle, where the strays never made it home, so they wallow in the smoke as the brickwork crumbles. The city of industry where big businesses are dishing out sins for free, where the kids are kings in the street, soldiers who march to a different beat, reporting life on the front line, where old habits die hard with a young mind. No fear, but they run from the one time, and the heat's on the rise like gun crime. Reputation's worth more than gold, where lives are getting bought and sold. Down here where it's always cold, so the hat's low, but the hood's high in the sunshine. Nobody bells the cops, so the beefing seldom stops. Just blocks of stone where the monsters roam. Welcome to the melting pot. It's about to boil over. Things are getting even worse. It's life on the edge of life on the edge, and the pressure's about to burst. See, I converse with the birds on a rooftop daily, but I've been chilling with a new flock lately. People say that the dude's gone crazy, but that's what living in a shoebox made me. Boondocks baby, born with a warped brain. Talk game with a best friend called pain. No progress, but it's all change. No more bed and board in the doorway, nah. But who am I kidding? Living this life is a suicide mission. Picture me sitting in a suit and tie, chilling with a vision in my eye, cause I knew I'd die singing, yeah. Cause I'm a sucker for the blues, mate. Swimming in the muddy waters of the UK, where the kids bot roll with a screw face. So you better pray for a new day. Fuckers!
Hey, I'm Shantae, and of course this is Itch FM. Today we're in North London, and we've got a very special guest. We're here, you may have recognised him from some of the rap battles, but he's also known for other great things. We're here with Stig Of The Dumps, AKA, yeah, that is AKA, Stevie Dickhead. I feel a bit weird calling you Dickhead, but I didn't give you the name, so we'll just roll with that.
Yeah.
So now what I know of Stig Of The Dumps, it used to be a children's novel back in the day, and it was about a caveman that lived at the bottom of a pit. So when you gave yourself this name, was that the character you had in mind, and is it a true metaphor for who you are?
Wow, yeah, I didn't give myself the name. I was given the nickname by my dad, by my old man when I was like 4 years old. So had a bunch of stupid rap names, do you know what I mean? And then around, I don't know what, about 10 years ago or so, I decided what was the point in using all these stupid pseudonyms when my dad gave me a perfectly good nickname at 4, which, as you rightly called, you know, surmises who I am pretty well. I might not be a little boy in a rubber stump, but I'm a bit of a scruffy bastard. I'm not really into designer garms or any of that pointless shit. Yeah, I'm a bit bummy, a bit low budget, and I think that sums me up to a T. So yeah,
bit of a caveman, yeah.
Yeah, and the Stevie Dickhead comes from my government name. Basically, Northerners, if you ever hang them. Despite my accent, I'm Northern. Newcastle is where I call home. Wasn't born and raised there or anything, but it's where the family's from. But friends are horrible to each other, essentially.
Oh, okay.
And my government is Stephen Dixon. Keep that on the low, but that's my government. And one day a friend called me Stevie Dickhead. All my friends found it hilarious. I didn't think it was that funny. I wasn't offended, but I was like, it's not that funny. And obviously that just made my friends laugh at it even more. And so it kind of became a name. And yeah, I just
rolled with that.
Yeah, I just stuck with it.
See, I felt a bit awkward calling you it at first, because I was like, do I say this? Do I not say this? But I thought I'd just jump straight in and just say what it said.
I'm not easily offended, don't worry, man.
See, that's the good thing about interviewing you then. So, also in the intro, I mentioned about you being a rap battle person. A rap battle person?
That's the technical term. I'm an ex-rap battle person.
Yes.
I'm no longer a rap battle person.
No longer a rap battle person, but while you were a rap battle person, quite a vivid memory in my mind was the battle that you had with Asher D. Mm-hmm. So obviously that was a while ago now, and I remember watching it and the crowd was going nuts, and I felt that Asher D had to go from being as serious as he was at that point to a bit more banterful because of the situation not being in his favour. So was that a highlight for you, or what impact did that have for you and where you are now?
Artistically, it didn't have much of an impact at all. It hasn't really affected my career. I get recognised in your local scummy chicken shop quite a bit. you know, like it's led to me being a recognizable face, but I don't think fame is something I ever coveted anyway, so I don't know if I mean, it's nice, but it's not something I've ever wanted or cared about, and it often leads to really awkward social moments anyway, when man's trying to stick a side wing in his mouth, a chicken breast in his mouth, and are you Stig Of The Dump, yeah? And I've got like gravy dripping down my chin, typical fat man or whatever, but life-wise, it actually had a pretty big impact, which sounds strange, but little things have a knock-on effect. And off the back of that battle, it became kind of viral, and one of the people who saw it was Robbie Williams. And at the time, I was homeless, sofa surfing, sleeping in the Foreign Beggars vocal booth, a little bit of sleeping rough here and there. And he decided he wanted me to work for him in some capacity. We never really talked about in what capacity, but as a show of how genuine he was about working with me, he paid me a retainer, which got me into a house again, meant I was no longer, because nobody was, you know, I was trying to go through all legitimate channels and I was getting laughed away a lot. So without that battle, I wouldn't have had him pay me a retainer. Without that retainer, I wouldn't have been in a house, and I'd have probably been robbing grannies for their pension or something, or if I can fit through windows burgling or something, I don't know. But yeah, it was a pretty big turnaround for me, to be honest.
You mentioned that quite a lot, and the fact that you produce fuck you music.
Yeah.
What is the definition of fuck you music, and what do the audience expect from that genre of music?
Okay, sounds so offensive coming out of a nice person's mouth.
I feel bad saying it.
Don't feel bad, man. I think everybody can benefit from a little bit of fuck you. Really and truly, it's just about not aspiring to conform. Like, ultimately, fuck you music is about going against the grain, not necessarily for the sake of it, but just it's about non-conformism. It's about individuality. It's about me making the music I want to make, covering the subjects I want to cover in a way I want to do it, without anybody else's artistic control, you know, getting in my way, without pandering to anybody, be that for financial reasons or social reasons or anything. I just literally do what I want to do, how I want to do it, with very little compromise. And the only compromise that is there is one that's internal within me, whether I think it artistically can be warranted, you know, or whether I think it's funny enough to be that facile and childish, you know, like whatever the reasons are. Fuck you is just about, I'm gonna do me, and that's all I'll ever do, and if you don't like it, fuck you.
Shout out to Alex Young, who's inking me up right now at Haunted Tattoos, bowing like a sensei. Check him out on Twitter, Alex Young's Brain. He's an angry man like I am. I'm gonna just get into some, that was really camp how I blew on that. Yo, pass me the blunt, brother. Work the tiny, I'm a certified skunk puffer. Since a young blood, laughing like a dumb fucker. Early morning buds got me coughing up the lung butter. And since then, it's like ain't shit changed. Every day I fire it up just like Rick James. Ain't nobody fucking with the piff game. 6 strain mixing the swisher with the lit flame. I pop, pass it to the fam-a-lam. Treat you backstage like a coffee shop in Amsterdam. I spit it how I live it, brother, truly. If life's a movie, I'm the motherfucking cameraman. Hunt arrest with the fisheye. Lens build a blend, that's the length of a missile. This style hotter than a holiday abroad. Eyes looking redder than the cross of St. George. I'm a chronic bud roaster. Light a joint off the toaster. Sink back into the sofa. Eyes locked on the idiot box. Watching the same old bullshit, there's nothing to watch. Tap the ash off the end of the spliff. Take a hit and I cough. Watch the clock. Getting high with every tick of the clock. God damn, I love blazing the high grade. Sit back with a glass of beer and watch the time fade. I think the weed got me zoning. Eyes redder than the cherry of the blunt that I'm toking. Blowing out thick clouds of piff smoke. Yo, I'm fucking ruined, son. This shit got me open. Mix the white Russian, I'm a dude. I got your missus looking at me like a new pair of shoes. You can focus on my weight cause you're jealous of the moves. My buds are fat like the belly while you're begging for a tooth, chump. See, I'm just trying to stay laughing. Life's a gamble, anything can happen. I give a damn about the paper that apparently you're stacking when you're dying. The end for now, I'm happy with the rapping. And fuck the silk and the satin. That's all material bullshit they use as a distraction. See, homelessness used to mess with my sanity. Now I'm about my people and my family. And my team, they're the nicest bunch of losers that you'll ever meet. Special mention to the super goon SUB. One love to Barry Self, no doubt. Rest in peace. Eyelids heavy, looking like I haven't slept in weeks. Peace.
Cannon Fodder EP, which is available now to buy, stigofthedumpuk.com or stigofthedumpuk.bandcamp.com. You can get some free downloads from there as well. Just get a little plug in there. I think the most surprising thing that came out of that is off the back of a video I dropped in February for the lead single, which was called They. I've been signed to a European booking agent, and that has led to me touring in Europe. I've been out to Europe once or twice before for the odd show here, the odd show there. But this was like a run of like 7 or 8 shows, and pretty much like I went out there to France for 3 days, did 3 shows in 3 days, came back, couple days rest, out to Bulgaria, did a couple shows out there, then back, and literally the next day went back out to France. Then I'm in Germany at the end of this month, and then next year I'm on like a couple European festivals. So that's the biggest surprise that's come out of it, that a European agent has decided to back me, which I really appreciate, because to me these are territories I'm completely unknown, and as far as I'm concerned, that's how I'm approaching it. Nobody knows me there, so I can go in on the humble and absolutely put it on smash and hopefully leave an impression.
How else can people keep up to date with exactly what's going on with you? You already mentioned a couple of the media links that you've got. Have you got any more that people can check you out on?
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to keep up to date, then know what I've eaten and when I've got rid of what I've eaten, then Twitter's the way in it. Like, I mean, you know what it is? Twitter's a weird one. I hated it when it first came out, and if it wasn't for music, I never would have used it. But now it's become almost therapeutic for me. Like, I'll see a guy on a bus wearing a V-neck, and I can either elbow drop him for being such a prick, or wearing Ugg boots. I want to kill men I hate women in Ugg boots, but men in Ugg boots I get especially angry about. And so I either slap a stranger inside the head and wind up in an insane asylum, or I tweet about it. So yeah, follow me on Twitter, Stig Of The Dump UK. You can hear me angrily ranting on everything on there. My website's obviously got everything on there, all the links to that. My Bandcamp is my music. Facebook is Stig Of The Dump UK official. Most of them are Stig Of The Dump UK. So, just Google, man, innit? Like, I'm all over the internet. Not hard to find. Yeah. I'm pretty easy to find. Just make sure you check the music. If you like it, tell people. If you don't, keep your fucking opinions to yourself.
Okay, I don't know what else to say, really. I think that's probably been the most amusing interview we've had so far. So thank you so much for being here, or for allowing us to be here. If you want to find out more about him, catch up with him on all the websites he's left us with, and alternatively, and just catch up with us on Itch FM. Keep it locked.
Shout out to Haunted Tattoos, by the way.
What it is, I'm Stig Of The Dump. Right now you're watching Itch.fm.